This commenter is stating that why don't you just make the tenants responsible for the water, trash, electricity, etc., so the owner doesn't get billed the bill. Well, this commenter's never gotten an assessment from the local municipality for unpaid trash or other mandatory utilities. Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord War on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, I'm with this commenter right here. Yeah, put the utilities that you can put responsible to the tenant. Okay, you're gonna go get your own trash, electricity, water account, etc. Okay, there's one little dirty secret that some municipalities do, and I'll tell you the thing that happens in our municipality here with local mandatory trash service. Okay, so a landlord could have trash, the tenant responsible for trash and so forth, and then they're going to open up their account. That's perfectly okay. What some municipalities do is when the tenant fails to pay the trash bill or whatever local utility, so forth, that utility holder may have a right to get reimbursed from the property owner. Okay. And this is very common in the city that I'm in. We're in Vallejo, and I think there might be a couple of other municipalities that have mandatory trash service. Okay. What ends up happening in these localities are when your tenant doesn't pay the bill, even though they're responsible for the bill, the landlord is ultimately responsible for paying that bill. And what they do is they'll give a notice to the landlord saying your tenant hasn't paid the bill. If you don't pay it by such and such date, we're going to add it to your property tax bill come in July. Okay. And that's where landlords get assessed fees from the local municipality, and they ultimately end up eating the bill in their property tax bill. Okay. Now, that was the reason why I was stating that, if a tenant does not pay the utility bills, for example, and you end up paying for it, you get the right to reimbursement from the tenant and making it a material breach of the agreement should the tenant fail to reimburse you if that does happen. The reason is sometimes the landlord may not get the notice from the municipality until a couple of weeks before it's going to be assessed to them. Okay. I usually tell my landlords, be proactive, and if you have a lot of units, call the garbage company that does this. Okay, and they may be able to do it for water. My experience with this is with the trash. Okay, in certain localities, Vallejo has an ordinance that allows the trash company to add that to their property taxes. Okay, is it right? I don't think so. It should be the tenant's responsibility, but it happens. Okay, and it's on the books, and you can talk to some of my owners here that get that lovely notice and they end up paying it on their trash bill. So I would just have a provision, and that's why I was recommending that if that does happen, I can give that bill to the tenant, and on 3 days notice, they got to go make that bill right. If not, I'm going to terminate your tenancy for cause, because guess what? I don't want to get stuck with your $1,200 trash bill come July when the property taxes bills come out. Okay, so those are my thoughts. Landlords, if you're facing a situation where your tenant's not paying their utilities and you're getting notices from the municipality that you're going to be assessed the bills and you want to stop that, feel free to reach out. We might be able to help out. Put your comments, questions down below. Try to answer them to the best of my ability. Until next time, folks, talk to you then. See ya.